What is up, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Raptorstrike Podcast. How's everybody doing tonight? Have you eaten dinner?
I actually ate sandwiches for dinner.
Nice. What kind of sandwiches?
Ham sandwich.
Ham. Cheese?
Yep. No cheese.
Cheese? No cheese?
No cheese.
Mayo?
Mayo.
Mustard?
No mustard.
No
I
mustard.
don't like mustard.
At all?
Like, at all.
Even spicy?
Not even spicy mustard.
Brown?
Nope.
What? Is it just the tanginess?
Yeah, I just don't like it.
You?
Mustard?
Dinner?
No.
Nice.
No. I had a midday snack. Grilled cheese.
I should say my dinner was a 2. So.
Your dinner was a 2?
I hate that y'all said mustard and I typed in mustard on
Mustard!
Mustard!
I have not eaten dinner either. I was helping my uncle move. You know who you are.
How did that go?
And it went good. It wasn't. We just went to the storage. We got some stuff. We put the stuff in the truck, and to the house.
You
So it
put
wasn't
the truck
bad.
in the house?
Yeah, we put the truck in the house.
Nice.
Very, very convenient. And then I got back to my house at like 7:20. Threw on my shirt, my new shoes. I have new shoes that you can't see. And then I gobbled a bit of salami, and I came over here. What?
Love it.
I have to say it like that.
Sorry, I slurped a bit of salami. I don't know how you want me to say
It
it.
doesn't help.
I consumed salami, and I'm over here. So, what?
How's
Probably wasn't bad. It
Nice.
wasn't bad. I don't think anything happened. I kind of just went to the studio. Trying to think. Nothing crazy. A dude wouldn't turn when I was trying to leave my apartment. Like, I'm like, go. You have an opening. Go. And then he didn't want to go.
Sounds about right.
So then he waited. So yeah.
Welcome to San Antonio.
Dude,
Yep.
Pause. On that note, I didn't know. So I've known since I've started driving how bad San Antonio drivers are. But like every time I drive during the day, because I usually drive at night, or in the morning, go to work. And then I get out by 6, so it's kind of the evening already.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I go to the gym, it's like 8, 9 o'clock.
Mhm.
So, and then I take back roads, so I don't really go on the like 410 or any really populated highways at the time. And San Antonio drivers during the day suck. Like,
Yeah,
they
dude.
don't know how to drive.
How did you just notice that?
No, it's not. No, I didn't just notice it. Like, I've known it, but I'm so used to driving at night that I'm not like fully used to it. Like, when I see it, it's still like, hey, you suck. It's not like, oh, you know, it's like, dang, you kind of suck.
Dude, so today I was on my way. I was on my way here. And some like random person was just like pulling out of their driveway and just about T-boned me.
Oof.
Like, I'm over here doing 50, 60 miles an hour. And these people just pull out. Like,
Their driveway?
yeah. I'm like, brother.
Yeah.
So I had to run off the road and then back on because these people just.
I don't get that. Like, there's no, or you know what was dumb? Like, no one knows how to zipper.
Oh,
Like,
yeah. I think that's everywhere though.
But I have like people will purposefully not let you in for no reason. Like,
Of
it
course.
doesn't. It's not like it saves them 20 minutes by not letting you in. Like, you're literally in the same location.
It's like
I had a
zipper merge one car.
Yeah.
One car.
And like, shout out some of the semi truck drivers. They let 2 cars go in.
Mm-hmm.
Like, shout out them. But I was leaving work, and usually I stand my ground, right? I go and I'm like, they're gonna let me in, and they usually do. This semi truck was acting like a freaking Prius and was like inching and inching. It got to the point, you know, when you're getting onto a merge or some space. But I got to the point where I'm like halfway on the shoulder, and this dude's not letting me in, and I'm like, just let me in. Like, there's no reason to not let me in.
I usually force my way in.
You do
But
have,
then again, I do have a truck.
yeah, you have a truck that's like 4 times my weight.
The last time I had somebody just straight up not let me like merge. I just like they just started they started like pulling up. I'm like, no. I just continued moving. I'm like, either you're gonna hit me and it's gonna be your fault, or you're gonna let me in.
Yeah, I just don't get it. It's like, I know I'm going up against a semi truck and like a 2,000-pound car, but I'm like, dude, just let me in. Like, he literally would almost rear-ended the car in front of him just not to let me in.
Yeah,
Sounds about right.
I don't know why. That's dumb.
I've had many semi trucks just try to merge into me,
Yeah.
like into my lane, just straight up. I'm driving, like I'm beside them, you know, lights on, you know, hauling ass, trying to get past them because I hate being beside semi trucks. Because you never know when those tires are gonna explode. But then they just start merging into me. I'm like, what the actual, you know,
Beep.
What the and like the last time it happened, I'm in my truck. It's a big old F-150. I'm flipping my, you know, my high beams on. I'm flipping my switches up top with my light pods. You know, I'm honking the horn, and I'm like, I can't do this. So I floor it, and I actually go off the road and back onto the road in front of the truck. I'm like, what in the hell? I'm like 3/4 of the way, like I'm like by the cab, and this dude starts merging into me. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if it's just they can't see you, they're not paying attention, they don't care.
No, they're
No,
just
they
not
don't
looking
care.
at the fucking mirrors.
There's an issue when it comes to that. I think what bothers me more is like when they're on tablets, like they're not even on phones, they're on tablets. You're like, really? I saw a guy one time reading a book.
Jesus Christ.
You really?
He was like full blown reading a book.
I feel like,
behind a semi truck, or in a semi truck.
why do those people have a CD?
I think they're just comfortable, and that's when
when accidents happen.
That's when accidents happen, and you know, it's even worse in the rain.
Yeah, when they're just chilling. I've heard that it was told to me in the sense of like a carpenter, like a seasoned carpenter is more likely to hurt himself than like a rookie, because a rookie is like super
actively trying not
like
to hurt himself.
careful,
Yeah,
and then a carpenter has done this so many times.
it's the rule of complacency.
Yeah.
Like, you've done something so many times that you're just like, you know what, I can do this with my eyes closed. I can do that. I can't mess it up. I've done it so many times, and it's like, I'm gonna start skipping steps, and then that's when you start.
It's the when you know the rules, you can break them type mentality.
Yeah. You know,
Book.
now there's times where rules need to be broken.
Yeah.
You know, but it's calculated every time.
Yeah. This country was built on OSHA violations.
I mean, that's technically what it is. Because in the mainframe, like, speaking of safety, like, what's probably one of the most reckless things you've done at work? Like not current job, but like period, for a paycheck is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
Like, what
reckless things.
Like, what I'm trying to say is, how far will you go just to get a paycheck? Like, how far have you gone to get a paycheck?
I strapped a full-on 52U rack in the back of my truck.
Really?
And then gone under a bridge, like under a.
Oh, like,
Was it standing?
Mm-hmm.
so how tall are one of those?
It's like 3/4 of the way up the wall.
Not this wall, right?
This wall.
Oh, this wall.
Yeah.
So then on top of the back of your truck,
On top of the back of my truck, which is, let's just say it's like 4 feet off the ground.
so then you got
Plus like another 8 feet.
Yeah, that's a tall. I deal with 44.
You're about
and
12
Those
feet.
are tall.
12
Yeah.
feet in the air.
About
Mhm.
12 feet in the air, and then going under some of the low overpasses downtown, and then getting to the building we're going to, and then getting to the parking garage.
Yeah, I can't even go to North Park Mall now. I have to like strategically make my way through there.
I can get into the parking garage at work currently, but my big old radio antenna hits the roof.
That's the issue I have at North Park. Well, that and like there's just some areas where it's like, no,
Yeah.
you will not make it.
Yeah, there's a part of the parking garage at work that I just will not, like the actual roof of my truck hits.
That's a no-no. What about you, Joey?
I feel like I have done some stuff that I've probably like.
You just blacked
Right.
it out because
I know I've done things where we needed to do it fast, so I've like soldered. Hypothetically, I've soldered like items, but I've helped them.
Mhm.
So like someone will solder while I'm just holding the piece, and like easily slip and just like pop. But we needed to do it fast, so go. And then not really like. I know I've done something to like save a job, but it's not really like hardcore. It would be I broke one of the things to fix it. So the cables, we were doing this big LED wall,
Mhm.
and all of the cables, all 400 to 500 cables, did not fit into the LED boards. So they went in, but they wouldn't. They were True One connectors or PowerCon where they clip in.
They
Like you
turn.
have to turn
Rotate?
it. Yeah, they rotate
Quarter
it and
turn.
they clip. Well, they weren't turning, and I was like, "This like it was for a church.
the
It
wrong
needed to be.
connectors.
It wasn't the wrong connectors. What they were defects. So inside of no, the connector itself, one of the plastic pieces was made like a millimeter too big, and so they weren't turning. And you don't want to just put it in there because it's hanging, so it can just pop out and then half your board is gone. So this was bad because it was on a Friday and they had service. So a thing working for a church, you have to have everything good to go by Sunday, no matter where you're at. If you're hanging lights, they either need to be done by Saturday or you need to have something to get you to Monday.
Something functional.
Something functional. So we're freaking out because we cannot get power to 108 panels. Like it was like an 18 by 10 LED wall. So we were trying to figure it out, and I grabbed one of the connectors, and you can just put them into each other.
Yeah.
And what I was trying to do was take off one of the ends to like look at it. So, but it wasn't coming off. So I put the connector into itself, and I just monkeyed it. I'm like, these suck anyway. So if I break it, I really don't care. Like we're gonna throw these away.
Mhm.
So I like just force it, and I hear a crack, and I'm like, what just happened? I go, and it's moving. So I say, hey, coworker name, try this.
Coworker.
And he goes and it clicks into place. And he's like, it works. So we all started going and breaking each of the connectors, and it was clicking into place. Like we're just breaking that little tab. So I broke the item to make it work.
Just wait for that church to mention the devil and like one of those things to unplug. It's like, oh no! Oh no! Oh no! What do we do?
Because there's that little like it's a pull thing, right? So it will click into place, and there was a few that still didn't work, but it was like they sent extra, so it really didn't matter. But I remember
Hola.
I like just monkeyed it, broke it, and I'm like, wait, it works! It works! Yeah. So that.
Meowdy.
What about you?
Me? I can't begin to tell
Hypothetically
you
speaking.
it wasn't hypothetically. It's stuff that I actually did, and it's the sad part is it was at a previous employer, and like it never stuck out to me as dangerous
Mhm.
until I started working at my new job, and it's like, oh
OSHA violation.
no. Huh? What do you mean no? It's like, I did this all the time to get the job done. They're like, if you had to do that, we're not doing it. Period. Nope. I'm like, oh. Man, that's like there's been times in Houston, summertime, humidity, no clouds, no wind. It's a death sentence, is really what it is. I've had times where like I've forced myself to work until I'm like dry heaving and gagging on a 40-foot, 60-foot boom lift, and like the only way I can explain it is running back to the truck, and like that scene from Iron Man where like in the first one where he crash lands and like all the armor's coming off.
Yeah.
Like that was my harness, my shirt, like anything I could take off, and then to get into the truck, turn it on, and then like let air hit you to try to cool down. And then the other thing is driving long hours. I've driven from San Antonio to El Paso in one day. I've driven from Florida back to Texas in one day, in one driving sitting. I've done that a few times actually. Driven to Louisiana, to Colorado, to if it's a place on the map, I've more than likely driven to it. The funny thing is, Sergeant Hood would call me every once in a while, and he was like, "All right, I got the globe in front of me. Tell me where you are." He goes, "Because it seems like every time I call you, you're in a different spot," and it's true. I mean, I was driving to Timbuktu and back, doing jobs out there, and you know, one of the most frustrating things about the job that I do is, like, first off, people don't like you to begin with because you tell them that they don't know how to do their job, which is the truth. And like say I go out to test something that was installed and it fails, and it took me 12 hours to get there, and then they go into this meeting, and then here goes everyone pointing fingers of whose fault it was and who did what and this and that, and then the finger somehow points at me, and they're like, "Well, you did it on purpose. You made it fail on purpose." I'm like, do y'all guys realize that I drove 12 hours to be here? Do you really think I want to drive back here again to redo this? Well, you get paid. I said, I get paid the same if I'm 12 hours at home or 12 hours on the road. So I'd rather be 12 hours at home and not have to come over here. But I mean, even at that, from that standpoint, you know, you're in a company truck, a fleet truck, to where if you need oil change or you need this or you need that, or you can't see anything because the headlights are too dim, you know, you have to stop somewhere and get someone to replace it. And like, you're not really allowed to touch the vehicles, and it's just like when it opens when it's open and you have time, go get this stuff done. And it's like I think it's good to cover do an episode on like safety, on being careful. I mean, because probably the most dangerous thing we do every day without thinking is driving. Like you said, some drivers don't know what the hell they're doing. Others are distracted or just don't care, or they're not looking. Or it's the cell phone, or in my case, the book that guy was reading, you know? And so it's good to have a little bit of a wider spectrum. And the other part of that is, it doesn't rain often here in Texas, and usually when there's that very light sprinkle is when everyone just automatically forgets how to drive.
On that note, right?
Here it is, the tangent. He's
on
zingy.
That note,
He's zingy.
I had a boss. Well, I used to work for my college, right? Back in college, I had a job at the college, and one of my bosses didn't understand, like, because when it would rain, I would say, like, I'm gonna wait till the rain stops. Like, I'm gonna sit here, I'm gonna chill. And he went on this whole rant of, I don't understand why people can't just drive in the rain, and it's not that hard. You know, so it's just so dumb that you have to wait for the rain to stop. I was like, no. I can drive in the rain. I'm fine driving in the rain. I go the speed limit, little under, making sure, like, you know, cool. I don't trust anybody else, because all it takes is some dumb to to be going 70 and just lose traction right into my car. I don't trust that, especially during like 5 o'clock. So rain tangent. There you go. I don't trust people because they can't drive in the rain.
And, that's probably growing up was the same thing I always heard from my parents of like, no, we know you can drive. It's everyone else we're worried about.
Mm-hmm.
And about 9 times out of 10, that's a fact. And to work on from there, a lot of people don't know how to drive or they don't know how to drive in the rain, because they didn't take their test in the rain. It's not really a thing for them to be like, oh, you have to learn to drive in the rain in order to get your driver's license.
Mm-hmm.
Like, well, it doesn't always rain
It's not even
here.
a requirement.
So, yeah, it's not a requirement.
Here.
And you know what? Now I'm really trying to think of like the class that I took to get my driver's license. I don't think they ever brought up the rain.
In mine, they brought up hydroplaning.
Okay.
Yeah, they did bring up that, but they brought up how to correct hydroplaning.
I don't even think mine did that. But I mean, like, even at the minimum, you need to warn, like, hey, when it's raining, everything sucks. Your brakes suck. Your tires suck. Your visibility sucks.
I know my course, they taught me to. I never do it, but they taught me how to dry off the brakes.
You already.
Yeah. No, but I never needed to do it.
Is it the pumping? Like the.
No, it's like when you go through a puddle,
Mhm.
it's driving and then slowly, like lightly putting the brake on while you're going forward to dry off the brake to just make it hot and get the water off. But I've never used that. He made me go through a puddle and was like, okay, you're going to drive like 10 miles an hour or 15.
There's this thing called centrifugal force that actually just throws the water off the brake.
But the brake doesn't spin.
The brake spins.
The brake spins? The rotor?
The rotor spins,
rotor
buddy.
spins, but not the brake pads.
Yeah, brake pad. No, it's driving on. It's drying off the brake pads.
Okay, so you're driving in the brakes, You're driving in the rain no matter what.
No, it was
What's
like
that going to do to your
puddle.
brakes?
Puddle.
No, I think he's saying like if you hit a big enough puddle.
It's not going to affect your brakes. You're driving the rain. It's getting wet.
No, if you go through a puddle, like
Buddy.
So
rain,
you're saying
gone.
You're saying
No
if it
rain.
gets submerged,
buddy.
If it gets submerged,
Yes, you're going through a puddle. And
It doesn't affect your brakes because it's friction.
He taught me to.
Your driving instructor was a moron.
yeah. Let me look it up.
Because I never used
It's
it.
because
I
he's
just don't
getting heated,
understand.
and I think it's funny, so I'm gonna look it up to see what happens.
So I never understood it because I've never needed to dry off my brakes. But he taught me. Yeah, I've never
need to change my
needed-
He
blinker
taught
fluid.
you how to just waste brake pad
Yeah,
and
he
make your
was like,
brakes get hot
go,
for no reason.
And then go like press on your brake. It gets your brakes hot, and now your brakes are dry.
That's stupid.
Mm.
Why would you want your brakes to be hot? Okay, there is a reason to want your brakes to be hot. Sorry.
I don't know, man.
Certain pads
What happens-
will not work good unless they're hot.
I'm taking the bus from now on.
You should.
What happens when you submerge your car brakes in water? Let's see.
What does AI overview say?
Yeah, what does AI overview say?
It's AI overview says when you submerge your car in water. No, not the car. I even put what happens when you submerge your car. Oh, car's brakes. My bad. I didn't put brakes. Hold on.
When your car is plural
Your
in
car's
water.
brakes in water. Let's see.
Yeah, overview.
All right. When you submerge your car's brakes in water, see, that's more of the question I was asking.
There you go.
Big brain. The most significant risk that the brake rotors can warp due to sudden temperature change. I've heard that one.
Yes.
Especially if they
experienced
were
that
hot
myself.
from driving, leading to vibrations when braking and potentially causing brake failure.
Yeah. So the only thing
Additionally-
you can do is if you're already being... Go ahead.
Additionally, water can enter the brake lines and cause further issues with braking effectiveness and potentially immediate brake failure.
Yeah, because the water's in the line.
Yeah.
Well, in the caliper itself.
Reduced braking power. Wet brake pads and rotors have significant. So this is probably where your instructor was
Yeah.
saying reduced braking power. Wet brake pads and rotors have significantly less friction, resulting in reduced braking power
See,
and longer stopping distances.
I can
Correct.
see that, but I feel like it's not significant. Like it's not
Yes.
enough to like. I was about to say a bad word. Freak you over.
Yeah.
It's not enough to justify trying to just waste...
Brake pad.
waste brake pad and put more thermal energy into that rotor. Because if it's wet enough that you're gonna be hitting puddles, it's also wet enough that you're gonna, overheat your brake pads trying to do that, or your brake rotors, and then immediately warp them trying to cool them off.
The other thing would be, don't be driving at speed in water,
That's true.
because if you hit a puddle that big, it will take your front bumper if you're low enough.
Yes.
Because it's like hitting a wall.
Yeah.
and we've had that with a friend of ours, the Focus ST, that he's like, focus down. And he sent a picture of no front bumper. And he's like, I hit a puddle. Like a puddle. What was the name of the puddle? The Atlantic Ocean? Like what? How big was this water puddle?
Bro got iceberged.
He did. And
Surface tension just.
the other thing is like tire setup. For the most part, people usually go with all seasons, or they're like all season / summer tires, so they're better when they're dry. Similar to what I have on the Crown Vic right now, which is the
Those are summer tires.
They're performance tires at that. They're supposed to be for racing or whatever you call them. But it's Firestone Firehawk Indy 500s, and it's funny because when we had the Challenger, my dad's like, I want a set of those, and I'm like, no, you don't.
No.
And he's like, well, what do you mean? Aren't they supposed to be good? I go, yeah, they're good if you're just gonna track the cars, but if you're trying to drive in the water, I was like, I lose.
Turns into an actual boat.
Literally.
I lose control in the Crown Vic all the time, just making a turn. Or if like you're making a turn, you're trying to like accelerate out from that turn, you're just like
Your back end kicks out.
it's just either the back end kicks out or the wheel starts just spinning. And
Yep.
I'm like, oh look, that's a big 18 wheeler coming up behind me.
Yeah, the best tires that I gotten on that Mustang that I had were the BFG all seasons.
I didn't even know you changed on the Mustang, on the silver one.
So I went from the
Nito.
I went from Continentals that the previous
Oh.
owner had on it. Then I
Yeah.
went to the those were really good in the dry. They
Yes.
sucked in the rain.
They got hot and then they stuck.
Yes.
Yes.
Those things handled amazing. Then I switched to Nitto 555s.
Mm-hmm.
They were good. They sucked in the rain again.
Yeah. But a performance tire.
They're a
again.
performance tire. They're a
Yeah.
performance summer tire at that. And then you move over to the Bridgestone, the BFG all seasons. Those things gripped amazing in the dry, just driving along. They were great in the rain. They were good enough in the mud.
First tire company to respond or to comment on our thing. We'll put your tires.
Yeah, we'll put your tires on a car.
We'll put your tires
But,
in the car.
Yeah, they were decent enough in the mud because where I live.
Yeah.
And honestly, I never had an issue with those other than like the weird wear because I had some camber in the setup
in the rear.
Yeah. But then that's suspension issues and not tire issues.
Yeah. And then, so we covered tires. We covered the actual driver.
Driver mod is probably the more important bit.
It makes the difference altogether.
Mhm.
The other thing is, what's on your windshield?
Tint.
Thank you. Well, hey.
Hey, we don't. That's
Hypothetically.
Not tint.
Not tint. What's on the windshield?
windshield wipers.
Windshield wipers. And what usually never works when you need them to?
Windshield wipers.
The windshield wiper.
Correct. So the really nice thing about today is I finally got some packages in.
Yes.
And we are excited to announce that we have a little bit more safety and savings for you guys. So these are actually for my mom's car. There we go. So actually we've teamed up with Scrub Blade to offer some savings and some safety to you guys. So if you go over to their website and use Raptorstrike as a promo code when you check out, you get 10% off your purchase. So they offer a bunch of different colors if you want a colored set, or you can just go with a regular black set. But there's pink, white, red,
they have the standard
green.
They have the standard ones, which are
I think they're also in here.
they're pretty cheap. And then they have the black edition.
Here
The black editions are
these
the super high-end ones.
Platinums here.
So they have these standard ones, and then those are the platinums.
Here are the standard, the heavy duty.
Yeah, here are the heavy duty. You got heavy duties right here. You got the platinums right there. You got the colored ones over there. It's a double blade design. So it has 2 blades per arm.
I don't know.
And then on my truck, I have the black edition, which is like their highest end silicone blade thing, and it's honestly really good. Hit a bug, hit the windshield wipers, bug goes away.
I need to change mine.
Get some scrub blades.
Yeah, I'm gonna get some.
And they come out, like oddly enough, they come out to cheaper than like the competitors. With our promo code.
Let me
use code.
show the camera the double blades on that thing.
Yeah, buddy. So,
There's 2 blades.
yeah, so the double blade design allows it to just grab more stuff. See,
Because it goes
2
wop.
blade.
Look at
Look at that 2 blade.
that.
Boom, scrub blade. Yeah, I just got mine in today and 10 out of 10. Like, I'm impressed.
Oh, and then also we need to mention all of these that we have that are installed in our vehicles are not sponsored.
We bought them.
We bought them ourselves
Yes.
using our discount.
Of course.
So,
Yes.
yeah, so go ahead and get yourself a pair if you can.
I'd recommend it.
Just always be ready for. I would leave them out. Just always be ready for the rain
Of course.
or mud if you've seen some of our videos on Instagram and YouTube.
Yep. Yeah.
So a lot of these, I guess something else we have to mention because I guess it's a business related thing.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the promo codes that we offer, we don't receive a commission on.
Correct.
So I know there's a lot of like brand.
Most of them, we don't receive a commission.
I'm gonna say there's 2 that we receive a commission.
Yes.
Dos. Scrub Blade is not one of those. So if you're buying from Scrub Blade, you're buying from Scrub Blade. A lot of these things we're getting promos in order to offer you guys savings. So
Yeah.
we understand. Believe me, nobody understands the state of the economy. Like 3 guys struggling to try to keep a YouTube going. But the main thing is like whenever I can reach out to these companies and they want to work with us or they're even open to working with us, whatever we can do to offer up some savings in this economy, we're going to do it.
Yep.
No matter really what that means, because a lot of these promo
I'll give you
codes-
my money.
I don't know about that one.
I have no money.
Oh, okay. Well, that makes more sense. Same here. So, but yeah, be safe on the roads, guys. Also, our other promo that we're still working with is Desert Squadron. So if you need a first aid kit, this is like the dynamic duo of safety to have in the vehicle or on the vehicle, in the vehicle. This one is 15% off your order, and then they also donate 15% to Raptors and Rifles.
Does Desert Squadron offer fire extinguishers?
I haven't seen them on their webs. I'll look it up.
I
now.
thought so.
Look it up.
I
right
thought I saw it was like white or like red.
Let me see.
I don't remember.
They're usually only trauma kits.
Fire extinguishers.
See, let me tell you a little story.
Tell me a story.
Say you go out,
no.
you buy an EcoBoost Mustang. Right,
Go
right.
for it.
You got an EcoBoost Mustang.
Don't do it.
You get an EcoBoost Mustang. You go to CV Fabrication. you use promo code Raptorstrike for
5%.
5% off.
I wish it was 10.
You get your intercooler, whatever you need. Now, got a little extra power. But then you're going through the rain. You can't see. Boom.
Scrub
blades.
blades, boy.
Use code Raptorstrike. Right.
Now you're going faster than you normally would. So what we would recommend is get a first aid kit because you never know when the emergencies are going to happen.
Using code Raptorstrike. Then, say you got a little date. You got a little date, right?
I like how he's making all of these connects.
Say, pull up our website real quick.
You forgot him.
Raptorstrike.net.
Yes, at Raptorstrike.net. And say you need a place to get all these promo codes, you go to Raptorstrike.net. And
hook up your HDMI, buddy.
Wait, no.
He's just going to look at it.
Okay.
Then you have a little date, right? And you need to smell good. So where do you go? You go to Think Pink and More using code Raptorstrike 10% sign for 10% off. Can you go to the website real quick? Hold on. I'm trying to
Get yourself some nice smelling cologne.
Then you're feeling good about yourself, right? And then you want to give back. So you go to Raptors and Rifles and you give a little donation. You feel good about yourself.
I'm clipping this.
But
whole thing
because
and
of
putting
that, you find out they're affiliated with R&R Off-Road, which is an off-road class. Now the Mustang's getting a little boring. So you want to go to a truck. Now you want to go to a truck and you want to learn how to drive off-road, use code Raptorstrike at R&R Off-Road for 10% off classes.
What about after that? Or did you go through all
now
of
you
it?
have your Raptor. Now you have your Raptor.
Then
You got a Raptor.
now you have a Raptor.
You want to go faster?
You want to go faster, you go back to CV Fabrication. You use your code Raptorstrike, but that's not the point I'm getting to.
He's resetting. Yeah.
Now you have a second date. Now you smell good already. Now you know how to look the part. And you get your little chain. Where do you go to get your chain? You go to Ogavi's Jewelry, located in Ironside Antique Mall. You just go to him. He's got the best prices in town. He'll get you looking right. Let me see if I anything. Then you say you go home, right? And you have nothing in front of your door. You need a rug. You go to Bandito Rugs.
Okay.
Yep. Now, I'm just saying that's your life. That's
What did we do yesterday?
That was good. But let me take it across the finish line right here. So now you go home, right? You already looked the part. You look the part. You smell the part, right? You go to your closet. You got an event coming up.
you go to Alamo Hero Con.
Get your finger away from that.
You you're going to Alamo Hero Con or Alamo
Or Yumicon.
Military Hero Con or Yumicon
Uh-huh.
or Ichi Fest. Not Ichi Fest. Mochi Fest.
Yeah. You go over to Ichi Clothing Company and you get yourself an anime shirt. Use promo code Raptorstrike for 15% off. Like, come on. Every step of the way, we save you money. Now you're going fast. You look the part. You feel the part, right?
All at a good price.
And you already learned how to drive off-road. Now you're trying to get better. You're here in San Antonio. You go over to Untold Off-Road.
And you have a Raptor and a Mustang.
And you get your Raptor work done.
And then it's that slippery slope that we're on of like, well, now
You've already fell down the slippery slope.
What?
You go get yourself some underwear. You go to Big and Tall, convert 40% off.
So you saying like you couldn't have and now you have two, or?
I'm confused.
Anyways.
I don't know.
Yeah, that was pretty much everything.
Oh, no.
Oh.
And then you have your performance mods, but you also for your Raptor, but then you also need something to hold more spare tires. And then you have you need a. That's right? I'm going the right way with that.
I already said that.
You already said and told.
Oh, I thought you said CV Fab.
No. You done messed up our whole commercial.
They smell nice now. That's all that matters.
That's all that
They
matters.
smell
And then you go home and you watch the Raptorstrike podcast on YouTube.
There you go. Put you to sleep.
Yeah.
So
I felt left. Same.
I had a friend of mine that was sick, and she was like, "I'm just at home, sick. I feel terrible." And I was like, "Well, get yourself some soup, something to hydrate." I said, "And put Raptorstrike YouTube channel in the background so you can go to sleep." All right, just have it playing. You don't have to watch. Just have it playing. Like the videos, even when you're asleep. Okay, that was a good one.
Very good. What did we do yesterday?
What did we do yesterday? Went to work and then came on home. I rushed home, called my brother to help me with something, and he said, "Oh, you don't actually need my help. You just want my buffalo to have to move the trailer out of the driveway." And I was like, yes, that is true. So we actually moved the trailer outside. I went to a car wash, washed it really quick, and we went on over to Deviation Wraps in order to install
Decals.
What kind of decals?
Raptorstrike branded Raptorstrike decals.
What?
So now we are starting to work on the trailer, mostly because we have some big events coming up, and
We need to take things to that event.
we need a billboard. Is basically what it is. It's become one big billboard, in order for us to start using it the way that we intended it. And it's like you have one event pop up, and then you have another event pop up, and it starts to snowball. But hanging out, the funny thing about Deviation Wraps is it's right next door to Untold Off-Road.
Literally right next door.
So whenever my truck's at Untold, I'll get pictures from the owner of Deviation Wraps of my truck. And he's like, hey, you here? No. Like the truck is, but I'm not. I mean, we hung out with Jose with Deviation. His family was there too, and they're working through the night. And at the same time, once they were working on the trailer, we walked on over to Untold and just basically bothered Austin. So at that rate, it is what it is. Yeah, I'm getting messages right now, and I'm not too happy about what I'm reading. Drama. Anyways.
Beep, 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 beep. Tell them to use code Raptorstrike at checkout.
Yeah, that'll solve all your problems.
Yes. I'm just saying.
The other stuff is... No, I lost my train of thought. That's what I was reading.
So we got the trailer...
Got the trailer wrapped.
We got Raptorstrike decals on it on all four sides. We got Noah put his number 13 racing sticker on it and on the truck, which is pretty cool. The 13 WRD Waifu Racing Division. And some stickers on it. The event we're going to is
Domo Raptor
Domo
Days.
Raptor Days?
Domo Raptor Days. So
Gotcha.
it's going to be their first, or now they're calling it Truck Days. My bad.
Yeah, because I think they're
truck Days at Domo. Just for people to be included.
Yeah,
like,
so you can have like your TRXs, your even though some people go, like I know the Raptors on the Ranch, there was still like a TRX. They bring some pre-runners side by side to like the Raptors on the Ranch or Raptor Days, but I know they did the Truck Days to make sure everybody
be inclusive,
feels that they can go.
Yeah, I mean it's open to, if you got a truck that you're okay with
sending,
beating up, bring it on out. That's going to be March 8th. That's next Saturday, 9 a.m. to 6 p.m.
Yes.
Big things with that one is helmet is a must. You need to have your helmet. You need to, of course, pay for your ticket to be there. And then number 3 is sign all their waivers.
Yes.
And that's nothing new. It's going to be the same thing for ECR. Eagles Canyon Raceway, for those of y'all that don't know what ECR is.
There are very few tracks lax enough to allow people to do
anything.
Yeah, anything. Anything without signing waivers and having helmets, because that is a very big it's a very big risk to your own health, because if you go and crash and you don't have a helmet, you're going to get hurt.
Yeah. Or if you don't have the correct helmet or the correct setup, you'll still get hurt.
Yep.
So, but I mean, that's all in the what is it called? Spirit of today's episode, safety. So
yep.
You want to make sure you're doing things right. Yes, we're reckless out there. We're doing things that you really is unnecessary, right?
Yeah.
For the
I wouldn't say reckless. I'd just say
I'm saying some people will find it reckless.
Some people will say it's reckless, but it's you're in a controlled track, you're in a controlled environment, and you're
taking safety precautions.
You're taking safety precautions to do things. Like, you wouldn't do anything too crazy with other people in the car. You realize that, hey, there are other lives here, and everybody wear a helmet.
You signed a waiver, buddy.
Yeah, you signed the waiver,
buddy. So that's March 8th. For the next week, I think the weekend after that, we have March 15th and 16th with YumiCon, which is Mochi Fest. And that's going to be at Traders Village here in San Antonio. It's their 4th annual Mochi Fest. And they're going to have...
There's food on Noah's screen.
There's going to be Japanese street foods,
Love it.
cosplayers, voice actors.
The Raptorstrike crew.
The Raptorstrike
We
crew
will be there.
will be out there.
I'll be there for day one.
Which gives us, opens up a little bit to where if you have a themed vehicle that you'd like to show off, reach out to us so we can get you on that list to be able to be to attend and participate. The biggest thing is once the vehicle is in the show and on site, you cannot remove the vehicle until after the event ends, which is, I believe, after 5 p.m. That's going to be both days, Saturdays and Sundays. You good? What are you staring at?
No, I'm just staring at the screen.
Okay. But I'm excited for that one. You know, we're going to have a lot more cosplayers out there. There's going to be performances like there was at the Asian Festival.
Yep.
Pink Milk Maid Cafe, they'll be out there. Idols, I guess they're going to have some idol. Explain an idol, Joey.
From what I understand, and I don't know a lot about it, but it's a Japanese subculture that deals a lot with the performance of like singers. So they're singing, they're dancing, a lot of choreographed events or choreographed dances while they're singing. That has kind of came to the US. So there's a lot of like idol people who are doing that kind of thing. So they're dancing while they're singing, or some of them just dance. Some of them just have a choreographed dance to a song. That's what I understand from it. Again, I don't know the full detail.
But the main thing, go out there, have fun, and perform. Then we have in April. No, so before that will be ECR. In April, we have R&R Off-Roads. Do they have a name for it? They just have R&R at Eagles Canyon Off-Road is the name of the event. April 10th through 13th. And that starts on a Thursday, goes on Friday, Saturday, Sunday. We will be out there for that one. That event is brought to you by Raptors and Rifles, Morimoto Lighting, TSW, which we have a video coming soon of our visit to TSW for the Anime Raptor, and us.
Raptorstrike.
So we are proudly displayed on that sponsors list. And of course, it is going to be hosted at Eagles Canyon Raceway or Eagles Canyon Off-Road. So their off-road section.
Don't go on road pretending to be with Raptorstrike.
We only do off-road.
Yeah, we only do off-road here.
But I believe, let's see. So they start on Thursday. They're going to open at 12 p.m. The gates open. 1 p.m. is the driver brief, open track. 5 p.m. track closed and dinner. So they do have a restaurant on site. So I'm pretty sure you can go and buy drinks and all that. The thing with, again, the theme of today's video is safety. When we break at 5 p.m. for dinner and you drink, you are not driving no more.
Mm-mm.
It is
You're
over.
getting your wristband taken away.
Yeah, that
The
is.
people at the restaurant will cut your wristbands.
Yeah, not cut your wrist, but
They'll cut your wrist off.
No, but
You have no hands.
it's very much a big safety concern because at 8:30 p.m. they are going to begin night runs. So if you have enough lighting, you can participate in the night runs. You just got to make sure you're not drinking.
Yes.
No drinks allowed. If you have a passenger and they're drinking, I don't know how that works, but if you're
you
a
can
driver,
be a passenger, but
yeah,
you
if you're-
cannot drink and passenger at the same time.
yeah. But if you're a driver, no drinking, period, until you're done. And then when you're
if you're done for the night,
have a drink, but no more driving.
you're not getting behind the wheel.
Friday, gates open at 8 a.m. They have a driver brief at 9 a.m. Also at 9 a.m. is when they open up the skid pad, which is actually really fun.
I would like to try
I haven't been in a car on the skid pad. I've only done the carts.
that.
So we'll see how that works.
The carts are fun.
10 p.m. lunch. And while lunch is going on, those of us working the thing will actually be working on the track again, track prep. 1 p.m. the track will open again, which that's 1 hour to prep a track, which is you got to be hauling. But actually, the truck's got to be there like at 11:30 to get all that done. They will also have the thrill rides going on. So more than likely, you'll be riding with Weston in a side by side, which is really fun. Same thing as Thursday, 5 p.m. dinner, 8:30 open up again for night runs, and the track closes at 10 p.m. So
This many.
biggest thing is no No drinking.
And driving.
Period. Daytime, nighttime, at any time.
Mm-mm.
No drinking.
No alcohol in your system while you're on the track.
Yeah, or drugs.
Or driving. Or drugs.
Yeah. Saturday, 9 a.m. gates open. 8 a.m. gates open. 9 a.m. skid pad. 10 a.m. driver brief, open track. 12 p.m. lunch, track prep. 1 p.m. open track, thrill rides. 5 p.m. track closed. And Saturday there will be no night runs. No night runs. So that means 5 p.m. dinner comes along, get to drinking because you can't, the track's closed. But at 7 p.m. there will be a live performance.
Mm-hmm.
So
That's not announced, right? That's not like a person.
we do not know who it is yet. All
It's
we
me.
know is that it's
Me and Sal.
It's Joey with the banjo and Sal with the spoons.
Yeah.
So that's for Saturday, and I believe there's going to be some kind of competition on Sunday because 9 a.m. is time trials. 12 p.m. lunch and depart, and that concludes the event for R&R Off-Road in April, where I'm excited for it. Oh man, there's no place like the track, I'll tell you that.
Agreed.
I love it. I love it. The next thing going on will be probably that next weekend. God, we have a packed schedule. It's not.
Yes.
Let's see. Yep, it's the next
It's
weekend.
The next weekend.
The following weekend of ECR, we have Puff and Play. Take that as what you will, whatever that title means.
And
But do y'all remember the charity bar?
yes.
Mm-hmm.
I know of it. I never went. I didn't go.
I thought. Did you go?
Probably.
They do a lot of anime stuff. We drove by it.
Yeah, I know I went.
Yeah, we did go
It was me, you,
because we took
Eric.
the pictures under the bridge.
Yeah. It was me, you, Eric, and Robert.
Yes.
Okay, so I guess you haven't gone. But it's like it's a ramen bar, and I think like most of their profits they donate to charity. Hence the name Charity Bar.
I've heard it. It's on Cherry Street or Josephine Street.
Montana.
Montana.
So
I'm thinking of something
like
else.
Alamo Dome
Yeah.
Highway
Mm-hmm.
Charity Bar. Like it's literally.
I'm
across the
thinking of
street.
Josephine's. I thought that was
Josephine's?
the one with the neon sign. They do stuff too. They do little events. It's on Josephine Street. It's a little bar.
I've never been there. But this one's being put on by Hatchet Events. I guess they're a new
Event.
event
They're an
coordinator
Yeah.
here local, and we are also sponsoring their event with a cosplay contest, which they have put on their Instagram. So that's gonna be Hatchet Events. I'm gonna add that link to our website, so that way if y'all want to see who they have coming out, that's going to be April 18th and April 19th, and I believe that's a Friday and a Saturday. Where is it? Yep.
I thought weren't they going into Sunday?
No.
Okay.
It's, right here it's just listed as April 18th and 19th.
Okay.
They're going to
Easter
have
weekend.
they're going to have similar to the other events that we've been to. They're going to have voice actors, they're going to have idols, they're going to have cosplayers, and an open cosplay contest. So there's no rankings, there's no categories, it's just
You just go.
you just go and have fun. We also have some performers in there. Deacon Rap from
Shout out Deacon Rap. Shout out
out-
Dami Mommy.
that was probably one of the better songs we heard that day.
We saw him at Bacon.
We did see him at Bacon last year. Yeah.
Yes.
Last year in Houston. So we have Deacon Rap, Florilla, I think,
Gorilla.
of Truth Records. Belladonna will be out there. She'll be performing, I believe. Banana Boa, Jadis Maid, Carrie Means. That's who they.
Carrie Means is the voice actor for Frylock.
Yes, it is. Frylock, and I guess also somebody from that looks like regular show to me, but I just don't know that character.
What character is it?
Jonah Bishop from Welcome to the Wayne. Never heard of that. But he did voice act, so if you know that character, that was him. He's going to be there.
The more you know.
And I think that pretty much sums up events that are coming up in the near future. That's this month and next month. So we're... Do I have bags in my eyes? Because there's a lot going on. Yeah. There's a lot going on.
He's going to be busy.
It is. It is. I'm going to try to make it out to the Puff and Play.
Yeah.
I just don't know if I'm going to be available.
I'm going to try to go.
Yeah, I'll try to make it out at least for a few minutes.
Yeah. I might try to go the Friday. It just, yeah.
The Friday?
Yeah, just try to pop in.
I'll see if I can get out there on Saturday. That and then just take the truck out there and have some eye candy, you know? Or I call it eye candy. But other people might just be like, what the hell is that?
Throws up.
Why is that here?
Yep. Yes.
So,
but that's everything going on.
Yeah. Theme of today is safety, as we said. Always be careful.
Safety and savings.
Put your seatbelts on.
Yeah. Safety and safety.
Looking at you.
I wonder who he's talking about.
I don't know.
Joey, anything from you?
Safety.
Be cool. Stay humble.
We'll see you next time.
Yeet.
Nah, but honestly, just don't be dumb. Don't do anything stupid.
That works.
Unless you know what you're doing. In that case, then it may not be stupid.
It's still stupid, but
you know what you're doing.
That's true. That's true. I'm not going to go over all of the partners and supporters because we already did that.
We pretty much did that today.
Yeah, we already did that. The biggest thing is, I was thinking about it the other day, and I know I always talk about the donations for Raptors and rifles, but I apologize because I missed the other half of that statement, which is if you are a first responder or a veteran or an active duty member that is interested in off-roading or even
sign up.
Slightly interested in the the mission that we're trying to pursue, sign up. If you go over to their website, go over to raptorstrike.net, click on Raptors and Rifles, and they have a tab on their website for a sponsor application. So sign up, put your name there, and join the mission. Join what we're trying to get accomplished. So again, I do apologize for always missing that section because again, it is nice to talk about the money and, we need it to continue, but we also need to show that there's a want and there's a need for this. Without that, there's really no reason, So again, to first responders and active duty members and veterans, we thank you for the sacrifices that you have made. And now here's a way for us to pay that back. However little it is, it doesn't amount to what you sacrificed, but it's a way to show our appreciation.
Yep.
With that, again, this is the Raptorstrike Podcast, episode 56, where our theme is safety.
Safety.
And savings.
Correct. With that, we love you guys. Be cool and stay humble. Actually, we will not have an episode next week because we will be at Domo for the truck days.
Yep.
Other than that, we'll see you in 2 weeks. Be cool. Stay humble. We love you guys.